How do you teach a Siberian Husky recall commands? Siberian Huskies are beautiful and loyal dogs that are known for their independent nature and strong prey drive. While they make wonderful companions, one challenge that Husky owners often face is teaching them recall commands. With their natural instinct to roam and their strong sense of curiosity, it can be difficult to get their attention and make them come back when called. However, with patience, consistency, and positive reinforcement, you can successfully teach your Siberian Husky recall commands. 1. Start with basic obedience training. Before you can even think about teaching your Husky recall commands, it is important to establish a foundation of basic obedience training. Start with simple commands such as sit, stay, and down. By teaching your Husky these commands, you are not only setting the groundwork for recall training but also creating a bond of trust and respect with your dog. 2. Create a positive association with coming back. Huskies are highly intelligent dogs that respond well to positive reinforcement. To teach them recall commands, you need to make coming back to you a positive and rewarding experience. Whenever your Husky voluntarily comes back to you, reward them with treats, praise, and affection. This will help them associate coming back with something enjoyable and increase the likelihood of them responding to the recall command. 3. Use a long leash. In the initial stages of recall training, it is essential to use a long leash to keep your Husky under control. This will prevent them from wandering off and reinforce the behavior of coming back to you. Start by attaching a long leash to your Husky's collar and allow them to explore within a limited area. Call their name and use a recall command, such as, come or here. If they come back to you, reward them. If they don't, gently reel them in using the leash and reward them once they are back by your side. For practice in a controlled environment, once your Husky is comfortable with the long leash, you can gradually increase the level of distractions and practice recall commands in a more challenging environment. Start by practicing in a controlled and familiar setting such as your backyard. Gradually introduce distractions such as toys or other pets to make the recall command more challenging. Be patient and consistent in your training sessions, rewarding your Husky each time they come back to you successfully. 5. Introduce verbal cues and hand signals. As your Husky becomes more proficient in responding to recall commands, you can start adding verbal cues and hand signals to enhance their understanding. Choose a specific word or phrase, such as, come or here, and consistently use it in combination with a hand signal, such as an open palm held out towards your dog. Practice these cues and signals in various settings and reinforce with rewards each time they respond correctly. 6. Gradually phase out the leash. Once your Husky has mastered recall commands in a controlled environment, you can start phasing out the long leash and practicing in more open spaces such as a park or beach. Keep in mind that off-leash training requires an extra level of trust and should be done only in safe and designated areas. Always be aware of your surroundings and keep a close eye on your Husky to ensure their safety. 7. Continue reinforcement and training. Recall training is an ongoing process that requires consistent reinforcement and regular practice. Even after your Husky has become proficient in recall commands, it is important to continue reinforcing the behavior and occasionally practicing in different settings to maintain their skills. Additionally, make sure to provide mental and physical stimulation for your Husky, as a tired dog is more likely to listen and obey recall commands. In conclusion, teaching recall commands to a Siberian Husky can be challenging, but with the right approach and techniques, it is certainly achievable. Remember to start with basic obedience training, create positive associations with coming back, use a long leash, practice in controlled environments, introduce verbal cues and hand signals, gradually phase out the leash, and continue reinforcing the behavior. With patience, consistency, and positive reinforcement, you can confidently let your Husky roam off-leash knowing that they will come back to you when called.